suggested going through the maze together with the hero and her people, since it is better to share the danger together than to go into trouble alone. The hero activated the Eye of Truth, as he saw that the girl was trying to outwit him. The guy was looking at the stats of the girl after she introduced herself. Her name is Park Hannah, she was 22 years old and earlier she reached the second floor of the tower in the game. The guy drew attention to a very entertaining skill that the girl possessed, namely contact. He allowed even with the first person he met to get closer easily. He also relieves the feeling of awkwardness. The conditions for obtaining were that the hero would spend 240 hours with the girl, but one of the important factors was that they would be just the two of them. The hero was definitely interested in this skill. The guy behind the girl also introduced himself. He curled up once in the past after passing the first level of the head in the game. The second girl also reached only the first floor, and the last girl reached the third. Two other guys have never played the Tower of Trials. The hero just gave his name. Kang Jin-hyuk understood perfectly well that these people wanted to eat him, so he did not memorize the names of each of them. The girl snuggled up to the hero and intended to find out which floor he got to in the game. She immediately activated the contact. If the hero did not know about the action of the skill, he would really think that he and the girl were close. He pushed her away from him and coldly said that he had risen as much as he could. The girl did not understand why the effect of her skill did not work, but she could not get the hero further on this issue, so she tried to find out information about the maze. The hero also said that this maze changes at a certain hour. People didn't really understand what the hero was talking about, but suddenly the maze began to shake. People didn't understand what was going on, since this is a first-level maze. The structure of the building began to change. The girl was almost killed, but at the last moment she managed to jump away. After the transformation, all people were in shock, only the hero remained unharmed and calm. The guys could not understand how such a place could appear on the first floor, and the hero was surprised that they knew about such labyrinths and assumed that they had managed to visit such. The guys decided to leave this place, as it is really too dangerous a maze for the first floor. The head of this group of people told the girl with the help of her ability to find a way out, but it turned out to be a great grief that she could not do it, because due to the change in the maze, her ability was deactivated. Despair was visible on the head's face. The hero was surprised by their stupidity. He could not understand why they were so confident in their abilities. It turns out it was only because of some kind of navigation skill. The hero realized that these people were idiots, but now things were more important, since he should appear soon. The girl was angry and started shouting at the hero. She blamed him for not warning them. She blamed the hero for the fact that they almost died because of him. Other members of her squad followed her example and also started shouting at the hero. The guy didn't care about the screams of fools. He said that he didn't call because of himself. They themselves decided to follow him. This answer surprised the girl. The hero made a gloomy face and said that he did not invite them. One of the girl's squad took out a weapon. He started saying something that he immediately disliked the hero and that if such a thing he intends to deal with it. Without having time to make an unnecessary movement, he was instantly killed by the hero. The other members of the squad were scared by what had just happened. This scene was interrupted by the Minotaur appearing. When they saw him, they took up arms. Only their leader was in despair, because she understood that they were all corpses. The hero told these people to step aside and headed straight for the monster. The head of those people was surprised by this. She did not understand what he wanted to do. The guy was already close to the monster. He tried to stop the hero's breakthrough with a blow with a baton, but the guy jumped up and dodged the blow. The hero was sure that he dodged, and the system told him about it, but still the shoulder was wounded. The hero managed to get a hidden stat, which was called a breach. This stat allows you to reduce it in a battle with a strong opponent with an excessive difference in levels, and to increase it even more in a battle with a weak opponent. If you fight with a stronger opponent for every 3 prints, the difference decreases in level. The hero grabbed the Minotaur's horn and landed lightly on the ground. This was the way in which the hero staying at the first level will be able to grow. This was the only way the hero found out about with great difficulty. The monster directed his furious axe attack at the hero. He knew all the possible attacks of the Minotaur, as he had fought with him thousands of times. From the fact that he dodged each attack, he received 0.05 to the stat breach. The countless attacks of the monster did not leave a trace on the guy. He easily avoided every attack and pumped his new stat. The monster's attacks were of no use, since they don't make any sense without hitting. The people watching the incredible fight were not a little surprised and scared, because that was the kind of person they were going to kill. The leader from Otrad was in a deplorable state of mind. She thought how stupid she was, since she thought she could kill this man and take the rewards. The hero began to provoke the Minotaur. He went off the rails and growled very much. After such a sound attack, the monster tried to pull off a strong axe attack, while the hero dodged at the very last moment to pump the skill. The Minotaur's furious attack slightly scratched the guy's neck. He took such a risk, because the more the hero's life is in danger, the more he will get a stat breach. After such a fatal attack, the hero received a whole 1 stat breach. The hero was pleased with the result he managed to get by dodging attacks. Dodging the attacks of the Minotaur, he realized that now he would have to finish. The guy drew attention to a group of people who hurriedly tried to leave the maze. The girl told her subordinates that they should rather run away from the hero and that most likely there is a button somewhere in the wall. A hero appeared behind her, who seriously frightened the girl. He asked where these people were going. She couldn't answer, because as soon as she looked in the guy's direction, she saw a Minotaur that was ready to deliver a final attack that could kill the hero. The Minotaur was already a step away from the hero, but at the last moment he pulled the girl by the hand and saved her from being hit. From such an attack, debris flew in different directions. As a result of such an action, some members of the squad were killed. The guy next to whom it happened was horrified by the death of his comrades, but their head felt even more desperate to whom the hero spoke. He told about the hidden stat, and that they just need to dodge the Minotaur's attack. He turned to the monster again and called him a calf. The maze began to change again. The last moment before they separated with the monster, he said that he would see him later and waved his hand. The Minotaur was furious with anger. He swung an axe. The girl was in a deplorable state, and the guy from her squad didn't look any better. The girl said that maybe they managed to break away from the Minotaur and they are safe, but the hero surprised her with the words that he touched a butterfly, the smell of which attracts Minotaurs, so most likely he will continue chasing them. The girl didn't understand why the guy did it. The hero said that all this is in order to understand the stats. The hero told about his plan. He rests when the maze changes, and then he has fun with the Minotaurs and so on in a circle. The girl asked how long the hero would do this, to which the guy said 1 month. After hearing this, 2 people were broken, since what had just happened was hell for them. The girl expressed a desire to go separately from the hero, since perhaps the monster would stop chasing them if they went separately. The hero said that it is quite possible, but they don't know which way they will go. The guy said that it's much more dangerous to move around without an orienteer. The girl asked if the hero knew about the exit, to which he replied that he knew everything about this maze. The girl thought about it and came to the realization that she had no choice. She agreed to stay with the hero so arrogantly, as if she was doing him a favor. Her arrogance was instantly shattered by the hero, who said not to make a decision so quickly, because you have to pay for everything. The guy put a knife to the girl's face and ordered her to give all the coins she owned. At the same time, one person was fighting goblins and broadcasting. With the help of a shield, he blocked the attacks of enemies and easily killed them with a sword. He and his team were happy that their video became popular. He thanked the guys who helped him. One of the guy's people said that most likely the audience thinks that it was all just his handiwork, and they didn't even notice the buffs that were thrown on him. A person appeared in the comments who called the result at 15 o'clock not so cool, since he knew a person who could do it in 5 hours. He didn't pay attention to the comments, he was so absorbed in his popularity and wealth, but his man interrupted the guy's beauty, as a new video was uploaded, which instantly overtook them. The video was about the fact that one person for the first time tenfold strengthened the subject. This infuriated the blogger, but such an improvement is really amazing. People were very surprised by this, because if you look at the percentage, it's just impossible. The guy also couldn't believe it. Views were rising at a very high rate. 10 minutes ago, the hero was commanding new subordinates. He ordered them to prepare a strong place and everything they needed for a bonfire. When they left, the hero decided that he needed to start. He opened an exchange where he found items that could be bought. Enchanted tarot cards of F rank, a fragment of an old worn-out bronze key of F rank, a piece of a wooden cartwheel of E rank, and a lotto booster of F rank. Although these items were garbage, but the hero believed that the most important thing was to know how to use them, so he bought them. The guy started combining 3 items, everything was covered with a blue aura, and the delicious meal was successful. The hero managed to get the Wheel of Fortune, the Goddess of Fortune. Although this item was not completely completed, but it had an S rank, it allowed you to increase your luck by a maximum of 10 minutes. The hero summoned his dagger and used the item. He also bought 10 luck tokens, after using which he received a 100% chance of luck. As a result, the hero managed to improve his dagger 10 times, which was the maximum number of possible weapon upgrades. The hero was the first to succeed in such a thing, so he received 5,000 coins as a reward. This achievement will be placed on the Trail of Glory for a day. The guy tried out his improved weapon and realized that it was now really worthwhile. After 10 days, which were like hell for the hero's servants, they were completely disarmed. A fire made from collected branches, a bed of moss and the absence of any food except mushrooms and the same moss brought them to such a state. The girl drew attention to the sleeping hero and asked about his battles with the Minotaur, which took place regularly. For the girl, it was a constant struggle on the verge of life and death. The girl spoke to the guy. She said that if this continues, they will simply die, since the hero uses them and will leave. The girl communicated with anonymous users. They had to find out about the hero, but they failed. All channels for the game were blocked, even videos on people's phones were erased, and there is no video from the hero on the new site, because his goal is a solo game. The girl, hearing all this, was in despair. She asked if they had passed the information to Arapa and asked about how the Thieves Guild reacted to this. Anonymous said that the information was transmitted, although the guild began to dig for the hero, but they would need at least 3 weeks to find this place. After the girl heard such a long time, she became even more desperate. The guy asked the girl about everything that he managed to find out. The girl said that nothing and offered a plan to the guy. She planned to kill the sleeping hero and escape to the cave they had recently stumbled upon to hide from danger until her Appa came to rescue them. The guy decided to get rid of the hero right now and took the stone. He swung to crush the hero's head with one blow, but at the last moment he was stopped by a girl. She said that the hero has the reaction speed of a monster, so there is a chance that he would immediately react to the attack. The guy asked what the girl was offering. She started telling him that her Appa is in the Black Raven Guild and he gave her one thing in case of danger. It was a deadly poison, 1 drop of which would be enough to kill 100 trolls. It was called the poisonous sting of a giant immature pumpkin wasp. The girl said that if it is worth acting, then for sure, that is, in a way that the hero will not be able to resist. After a while, the hero was holding a wooden bowl with mushrooms and moss in his hand. He was also tired of eating such food. The hero told the girl to bring water and give the guy more mushrooms. Since there were a lot of mushrooms, the hero was given supplements and he said bon appetit. The guy started eating, and the girl was thinking about what kind of guy is a bugger. As soon as the hero ate the first mushroom, the girl was delighted in the chat from Anonymous. The guy and the girl were glad that the hero ate their poison. The plate with mushrooms fell and suddenly the hero was poisoned by a guy who started coughing up blood and covered with veins. He was screaming in pain, and the girl was quickly thrown into even greater despair with a lack of understanding of the situation. The hero came up to the body of a guy and a girl and called them jerks for thinking that the hero would fall for such a primitive trick. The girl was surprised that the guy knew about the poison. The hero, at the moment when he asked for supplements, quickly changed the plates. The hero accused the girl of secretly conducting an illegal live broadcast. She began to deny and shout that he had no proof. The hero filed a complaint against the girl for violating the rules. After the system started executing the punishment, it removed all viewers and banned them from watching the video for a month. If they suddenly scold the rules again, they will be completely deleted. Suddenly there was a roar. It was the same Minotaur that was chasing the hero. He rushed to the people. The girl hid behind the guy and asked if he would fight again and where she should hide. The hero said that the girl is too brazen. Why would he help her when she was trying to send him? The girl was horrified, but the hero received a notification that the conditions for obtaining the skill were met. Now the hero didn't need the girl. The girl started threatening the guy with her brother, who was in the Raven Guild, but a monster came and struck the ground with an axe, from which the girl was thrown away, and the hero just dodged. The hero decided to show the girl the difference between him and that stupid guild. He filled his knife with mana from the air and stabbed the monster's neck. The wound left on the Minotaur was not deep. The hero, dodging attacks, reflected that he could not be killed so easily, so now it's better for him to dodge attacks. The hero attacked the monster with fire, and when he was distracted, he struck the tendons on the legs of the minotaur, from which he fell. The hero started provoking the monster again. He wanted to force the minotaur to use his last card. As a result, he succeeded and the minotaur activated level 10 rabies. The monster got to its feet and let out a terrifying roar. The hero reacted calmly while the girl could not figure out how to defeat such a creature. Rabies is a skill that increases performance by 30% within 5 minutes, as well as this skill allows time to speak a human language. The monster threatened to tear the hero to pieces. The monster looks really scary. He pointed his axe at the hero and swore to kill him. The hero said that after the suppression of the skill, the power of the minotaur really became quite good and ordered him to attack. The mad monster struck with an axe, but the hero did not dodge for a moment, but blocked the blow with a knife. The monster began to make simple attacks with his axe, but the hero easily blocked them all. The girl couldn't believe what she was seeing. The hero did not dodge, but took all the power of the blows on himself. She realized that even if all the guild members were here, they would still not be able to defeat such a monster, but the hero alone fights with him on equal terms. The hero was fighting a monster and there was a smile on his face. It seemed that this fight brought him a huge amount of emotions. The hero thought about it. He used to hate reality because he felt helpless in it. For him, in reality, in the game, the complexity was like hell, but this world reacts to it. The hero has accumulated as many as 57 breach stats. Blocking and repelling the enemy's attacks, the hero was able to get close to him, but the monster unexpectedly moved quickly and turned out to be on the side, where he planned to punch right at the guy. At the last moment, the minotaur stopped his strike, or rather, could not complete it. 5 minutes have passed and the action of the skill has ended. Although rabies gives great power, but the penalty for such power is also huge. The user falls into suspended animation for a whole day. The hero was very happy with the work done. The stat points he received would be enough to overcome the difference of 19 levels. The girl asked if everything was over, but the hero hurried to upset her. He said that he got rid of the minotaur only for a while. If the maze is changed and they wait a little more than a day, the monster will appear again. The hero was going to pump his skills for another 20 days. After 20 days, the guy was still fighting with the minotaur. He dodged all the attacks of the monster and as a result, he managed to accumulate 100 breach stats for the whole month. After the stat had 100 prints, the hero struck the chin of the minotaur with his hand, from which he flew away. The hero said goodbye to his favorite toy and switched to the girl, as it remained only to deal with her. The hero said that he was gathering a company of old men. The girl did not understand a little what the guy was talking about, and this enraged the hero. He didn't see the desire in the girl's eyes and it annoyed him. The girl started screaming about her huge doing. Join the hero. The hero asked what the girl could do for his company. She began to talk about her ability to contact, but the hero did not really care, since he had already acquired this ability. The hero continued to question her, but she couldn't think of anything. The guy called her a disappointment. The girl begged to give her time to think, but the hero did not give her that. The frightened girl said that she could give the guy a brazen ring. The girl fell into the hero's legs and began to beg for mercy. The hero was surprised that this ring got into the Raven Guild, since this item is the best of all that can be obtained on the first floor. This ring allows you to increase speed, gives magic resistance, and also has the ability to restrain the mana of monsters. The hero activated the Eye of Truth and found out that the girl's words turned out to be true. The hero congratulated the girl on acquiring the status of an intern of the company of old men. The hero said that he would not pay his salary and if he suddenly called the girl should come to him with a bullet, and no matter where she is, it's her problem how to get to him. The hero also said that they had to sign a contract. The hero combined 2 skills, namely contact and the fire element, and received the A-rank soul brand skill. The guy also warned the girl that it would hurt her a little. The girl did not understand, but the hero was amused by what she thought about printing on paper. He congratulated her on joining and applied the skill, which made her scream so much. The brand of the soul is new, allowing you to control a person. If suddenly he violates an order or attacks the owner, then his body will start to hurt like hell. The hero and his subordinate finally came out of the maze. A notification popped up that the maze of the first floor was passed for the first time. The girl fell to her knees and tearfully rejoiced that they had finally left this terrible place. Another notification popped up, in which the hero and the girl were notified that their names would be on the honor list for one day and each player who passed the maze would be given 5,000 coins. The girl rejoiced at the reward for the torment, but her joy was interrupted by the hero, who demanded the money received by the girl. The hero was really pleased, because he already had more than 10,000 coins on his balance. Most likely he was a bad player. The hero ordered to bring the ring within 3 days. The girl said that this is a very small period, but the hero after these words made it even smaller, namely that the girl would bring the ring in 2 days. She said she would try. The world was discussing on the news that in a week the strongest guild of Korea Tangan plans to defeat the boss of the third floor. The Tangan Guild is the leading guild in Korea. Although players from other countries are fighting just as fiercely in the tower, but the stakes are high at the root. The news said that China did not send support, and one of the people said that you need to cope with your own forces, and not wait for support from outside. The hero was surprised that they were already planning to go to the boss of the third floor and thought that most likely he was in too much of a hurry. The hero understands why the guild is in a hurry, as it wants to get as many resources as possible. But each floor is given 90 days and there is no need to go to the third now, even the second makes little sense. They will not strengthen the rear, and the complexity will grow with each floor. Faced with this, people will not cope with the level of complexity. But humanity will not have a second chance. The hero decided to collect information about the events of the last month. The hero decided to turn to people he can trust. The hero summoned 2 people. The first was a guy named Itaemin, who also has the nickname Bald Head. The second person was a girl with the nickname Fire Fist named Yuhurwa. The hero was surprised that these people were not at all like their avatars in the game. Previously, the hero played with these people 2 years ago. The hero used the Eye of Truth to see the stats of the allies. The guy was level 11 and had the skill King of Machines. The girl had a level 12. The hero assumed that they were hunting together, due to the fact that they have a similar level. The condition for copying the abilities of friends was to walk with them to the 20th floor. The guy asked the hero to introduce himself and he gave his name and, embarrassed, called his nickname, namely Captain Boring. The hero told that he was streaming on Paprika TV and that he was 27 years old. A friend was surprised that his friend turned out to be a streamer, so also on the channel he was watching. For the first time, the hero is comfortable being with people, since before he met only those who wanted to use or transfer him. It was only with them that he felt good. The hero learned from friends about the development of the main guilds of the world, the trend of streams, and about the team of miners who created a certain factory and kidnapped people. A friend asked if the hero had passed the test. The guy didn't know what the test was. They got out of the car and on the way a friend began to tell. When the tower first appeared, the flow of players rushed inside, but starting from the second floor, the number of dead increased, so the organization set restrictions, namely that those who passed the test can climb to the second floor. As a confirmation, they give a code. The hero thought about it. He understood that the head of the association, under the pretext of saving lives, gathers people with good abilities. The hero decided to use this system for his own benefit. After the creation of the association, players who received a score below F lost the opportunity to go to the second floor. However, players with high scores immediately receive an offer from all sorts of guilds. There are 3 types of people in the testing place. Those who want to get into the tower. People were waiting for their turn and were very worried. There were also reporters in that place who were immediately ready to inform the guilds about talented people. They immediately paid attention to the subordinate of the hero and Park Ha-jin, after they noticed that the father of wrestling was behind them. This angered the man. He did not understand what such a crowd of people was doing here. He told the guy to clear the way for him, since he doesn't have time to mess around here. He said he came here for them, so they should try. The girl and the guy said that everything would be done. The guards started pushing people to make way for the man. One of the guards turned to the hero and ordered him to step aside. The hero said that he should not move, as he is standing and waiting for his turn. The guy got angry and started pointing his finger at the hero, threatening him. The hero used the Eye of Truth and saw the stats of the guy. He was level 8. The conditions for copying abilities were that the hero needed to raise interest in himself to the maximum. The guy continued to poke the hero and threaten him. His sister, who was the hero's maid, came up to them. Seeing what her brother was doing, she was horrified. The hero took the guy by the finger and broke it. The guy's screams were just terrible. Calming down a little from the pain, anger came to the guy. He was going to kill the hero. People were watching what was happening. The surprised hero pours water on the enemy and with one well-aimed kick on the leg makes him lie on the ground. People watching the fight did not understand what was going on. The guy stumbled or just fell was unclear. The girl was trembling with fear. The man ordered to stop. The hero tried to check it with the Eye of Truth, but the attempt was a failure due to the huge difference in levels. Most likely, the level of this man is above the 20th. The hero was surprised and said out loud that he did not know that the man and the babysitter have. He said he was a useful guy, even though he needed to be looked after. The hero asked, "Does the guy's usefulness lie in the fact that he supplies China with ginseng of the Koryo dynasty?" The man was surprised by the hero's words, since he could not know about it. The hero said that no matter how he found out about it, they should talk about more powerful things, such as how to get rid of side effects. The man asked the hero to be silent and used the 3rd level dungeon skill. Friends shouted in the wake, but the guy and the man were in another space. There the hero asked for 10 dungeons. The man asked if the guy could prove that he wasn't lying. An edible item needed to restore stamina and mana, namely the ginseng of the Koryo dynasty. But if you just eat it, then there will be an effect of magical poisoning. The hero said that 3 items can help with this: Corasian juice, moonstone, and the most important is the mandrake root. The hero assumed that they were looking for the mandrake root and asked if the man believed him now. All the words said by the guy were true, from which the man was very surprised. In the end, he decided to trust the hero, but pointed a sword at him and warned him not to pull any tricks, otherwise he would have problems. The man understood that the 10 most valuable dungeons were too high a fee, so he intended to finish here. Unexpectedly, the hero repulsed the attack and said that both the deal and the man's life were in his hands. The hero's friends fought off the attacks of the guards. Suddenly the dungeon skill was cancelled and a hero and a man appeared. Friends were worried about the guy, but he said that everything was fine and that they had found a common language. The guy who helps the man shouted that the hero can't just let go, but it only infuriated him. The man got angry and grabbed his man by the throat. He said that he was not his equal, and if he did something again, he would get it. Almost losing consciousness, the guy said that he understood everything. After the man released his hand, he fell to the ground. He was angry because he was very much humiliated. He intended to kill the hero. The hero fulfilled the conditions and chose the stealth skill of D rank. This is a passive skill that allows you to control your breathing and pulse. The hero went to take the test under the discussion of people that he tore up his opponents. The hero came to the test room. There they explained to him that to measure strength, you need to hit the stone with all your might. You can use everything that the hero has. The guy decided to use only his dagger. The hero immediately approached the middle-level stone. The examiner asked him to approach the initial stone, since ordinary players will not even be able to activate the stone that the hero is aiming at. The guy hit the stone with all his might, after which it was cut. The examiner was just shocked, since most of the players do not qualify because they do not have enough magical power to attack a small stone. And to break the average, he thought it was impossible at all. The hero was assigned the S rank and the examiner hurried to notify his superiors. The hero asked this person to report in a week. This surprised the examiner, but due to the pressure of the hero, he had to agree. His maid came up to the guy. He boasted of his result, which took the first place from the girl. She presented the hero with a brazen ring, which he ordered her to bring. The hero was surprised that the girl managed to deliver it on time. It came out even a little earlier than he had planned. After the praise, she asked to remove the seal, as she fulfilled the promise. But the hero said that he would still see how she would behave. He told his friends that he had an F rank. They were very surprised by this. He said that this is a temporary result and there will be another test in a week. The hero said not to worry about him and head to the tower. He got into a taxi and thought about the upcoming test. The first test is needed to determine the magic power, and in the second test you need to pass one of the dungeons. There is no limit to the difficulty, you can choose any opponent. The place the hero wanted to get to was the ancient ruins on the first floor. For all the time, this place has not been passed. He had not been to this place called the Abode of the Fallen for a long time. A jar was thrown at the hero and ordered to carry suitcases.